Peace, peace, peace. Good morning. Good morning to you. It is November the 7th. It is a Monday. You got a whole nother day to be blessed. You got a whole nother week to be successful. You got a whole nother Monday that you can make better than what your last Monday was based on how and what you want to do with it or what position you find yourself in. So, again, good morning to you. We definitely thank you for being here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. Again, like always, we always want to start in the spirit of gratitude. We always want to say thank you. We always want to make sure that we pay attention to you and we want to tap into where you are right now because that's how we learn. We transcend information, we transcend energy. We will always want to make sure that what is best for you is also what's best for us. And we share the same space, this digital space that we're in right now. So, good morning. All right. So, how was your weekend? I hope your weekend was blessed. You can put how your weekend was in the chat. If you don't feel like typing words, just drop an emoji. Whatever that emoji is. Why? What happens when you drop emojis? What happens when you communicate? You also help with the algorithm. You reset the algorithm and you push the algorithm up a lot higher on your news feed. You take what we're saying right now and you push it in other directions that would allow it to go into a place that is going to be beneficial. Oh Lord, I don't even know where that part of Texas is. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to Google it. Peace. Good morning, Miss Weston. I appreciate you for being here. And today we're gonna drop so much jewels. One thing that I didn't do, which I am gonna do right now, while we communicating in the preliminary stages, before we drop into the deep dive, what I didn't do is to add the caption, and I'm gonna do that for you right now. For those, not that one, but I'm gonna create the proper caption in order for those who come in after we have already started to know what we're talking about. We're talking about being in position. But I'm gonna ask you, are you I'm gonna put ARYOU in position? So that's the question. Are you in position? That's your question. So if you have to ask me, well, what position are you talking about? The answer could probably be no. So, whatever position that you're in, you know if you're in position, whether you're talking about from an emotional standpoint, or you're talking about from a financial standpoint, or you're talking about from a business standpoint, professional standpoint, relationship standpoint, whatever that is to you, it is yours to assume that responsibility of being in position. Peace. Good morning, Miss Leah. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for being here and in the space. So I'm gonna go ahead and start because we all got stuff to do. Me too. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start. So for those who may be new to the platform, like Miss Weston, she's new to the platform, located in Galveston County near Galveston Bay. I guess that's near Galveston itself. So, peace, good morning. Those who may be new to the platform, you're going to get definition of words. You're going to get etymology of words, which is talking about the origin. So, one thing that you will always get here at Consistency is Currency, you're going to get words and definitions. So, if you're the type of person that love words and wordsmith, then you will love constantly and consistently coming back here because I'm going to give you definitions and you're going to build on it. But before we actually start, what I want you to do is take this live as you're seeing it right now is to go ahead and take this live and share it. After you share it, put the word done. Because trust and believe, like I feel it inside that somebody is going to assume their role and their position because they're going to learn and acknowledge that whether they're in position or not, they're going to know how to get there. Miss Kilpatrick said, I'm ready. Let's go. All right. I hear you. Let's go. Let's go ahead and jump 2 feet deep. All right. The first definition. Let me flip this real quick. All right, so when you look at words, I'm gonna give you inversions. I'm gonna give you red over white, or I'm gonna give you white over red. If I say red over white, then focus on the words that are in red. If I say white over red, then focus on the words that are in white. And what we do here, we create an interactive way to teach, which is if you see red over white, then give me how you see it. And if I say white over red, look at the words that are in white and give me how you see that, your definition, your the energy that you receive when you see that particular thing. Bet. Let's go. First definition of the word position is a place where someone or something is located or has been put. Again, a place where someone or something is located or has been put. And the first inversion is red over white. A place where someone is located or has been put. How you see that? I'm gonna tell you how I see it. A lot of times we're not in position because we're not located where we are supposed to be. We're not located in where we're supposed to be, but we always have our hand on that thing to say, I don't have this because of she didn't do that, or I don't have that, or I'm not where I am because he didn't do that. Like, no, you aren't located in where you are supposed to be, and you wasn't located to where you've been put. So of course you're out of position. Of course you're not in that place. Because you've moved yourself, you have relocated yourself and put yourself out of alignment in where you are supposed to be. Again, a place where someone is located or has been put. Stop trying to put yourself in places to where you know you don't fit because you wasn't originally, or you was not placed there, or you was not put there to do that particular thing, but you trying to have your last word, or you trying to open your mouth and give your little 2 cents. Nobody needs your 2 cents. So of course you're going to continue to not be in that place because you always feel that your position is to say something to somebody else when you haven't even begun to say it to yourself. You haven't located yourself, but you want to locate everybody else. Right? That's like that person who will always want to give you business advice, but they never had a business. You have that friend that want to give you relationship advice, but they have always been in tumultuous relationships. They want to be where you located, but man, a lot of times they're where they're located because you allowed them to be there. I'm gonna leave that alone. That can go like 50 million directions. All right. So the second definition of position, it says a place where part of a military force is posted for strategic purposes. A place where part of the military forces is posted for strategic purposes. So the inversion on this is white over red. A place where part of a strategic purpose. A lot of times we find ourselves out of position, probably because we lost our way, right? Now I'm just going to be transparent about that because we lost our way. We're trying to find ourselves back in that place to where we felt we were our best. And because we were strategically placed there, we're trying to find our way back there. Have you ever strategically put yourself in a place, but then when you begin to feel a certain way and you begin to question your purpose, or you begin to question your passions of staying there, you begin to miss it. But remember, it says in the last definition, a place where someone is located or has been put. Like, you strategically put yourself in position to be financially secure. But what happens is when you begin to second guess your purpose or second guess your passions, a lot of times that second guess begin the process of doubt. That second guessing begins the process of taking you out of position, so you're no longer in position. You begin to sabotage the location that you're in because you begin to second guess what you've been doing And you begin to figure out, I'm not where I'm supposed to be because I have taken myself out of the way. I have developed my own self-sabotage because you've taken yourself away from it. You're no longer a part of the strategic purpose because you've taken yourself away from it because your own selfish way of thinking, or because of your own sabotage, your own process of thought. And the third definition, now this one, it kind of hit me different. I was like, man, that's deep. Like how you just taking this definition and flipping it. So this definition is saying the arrangement of constituent notes of a chord. And of course, I can't say of course. The inversion on this is red over white. The arrangement of the constituent. It's far too often that sometimes we're no longer in our positions in where we are supposed to be because we begin to make our own self arrangements, and we've taken ourselves out of our gifts. We've taken ourselves out of our placement. And the arrangement of constituent, what is constituent? It's talking about the whole thing. And notes of a chord, like there's no more harmony. Like it no longer makes sweet music to your ears because you have taken yourself out of the arrangement of peace. You've taken yourself out of the arrangement of healing. Like you're no longer whole because you've extracted yourself out of the position. And because you have extracted yourself out of the position, every sound that you hear, every note that you hear, it will always feel as if nothing sounds right. Because you're no longer in the arrangement of what was being created for you. You're talking about you want to create legacy and to change the generational curse that you have, but yet you have created these arrangements by taking yourself out of alignment, by no longer being in position. But you want to talk about what everybody else is doing, what everybody else is saying, but who took you out of position? Acknowledge the position that you're in. Acknowledge the things that you say when it's just you. Don't you know that you can talk yourself out of position? So it's easier to be out of position than it is for you to be in position. Right? Isn't it easy for you to find yourself out of position than it is for you to be in position and be like, man, all you got to do is don't do anything. Like, if you know you're supposed to do your homework and you don't do it, it's easy to get an F. It's less effort for you to get that F. It's less effort for this thing not to take place. But because it takes work, but because it takes a little bit of discipline, because it takes a whole bunch of commitment in order for you to be in position, you have chosen to take yourself out of alignment in order for you to be out of position. But when are you going to begin to create the proper arrangements, or to allow yourself to be strategically purposed in what it is that you are going to do, or to allow yourself to be put in the place to be located to where you are supposed to be? I'm just giving you definitions and showing you that everything that I'm saying definition wise, you can look it up. So the next definition before we drop into the etymology just completely blew me away. So in this definition, it says a situation or set of circumstances, especially one that affects one's power to act. Don't you know being out of position will affect your power to act? It will affect your power to reason. Let me dial back. The inversion that we're looking at here is white over red. A situation affects one's power to act. What situations have you found yourself that really affected your power to act? What situation have you found yourself that really was effective to with your power of reasoning? Or what circumstances have, or what set of circumstances have you been dealing with that have affected your power to act? It probably could have happened because you've made other arrangements, accept the arrangements of studying, or accept the arrangements of building wealth, or accept the arrangements of finding your way, or being okay with with not being okay. Like, I'm okay with not being okay because it allows me to go find help. I can identify that help is needed because I know what it felt like by not being okay. I know what that situation can do, and it will affect my power to act if I find myself out of position. I think this one right here is a lot more transparent because it say the situation affects one's power to act. So now you have to be transparent. Like, okay, what situation? Like, what did you do in that situation? What was said when you found yourself in that situation? And how come you're not, or do not have the power to act? Because the root of it may be the situation that you found yourself in. Again, I'm just going through the definitions and just give you the definition. So here we go with the etymology. This threw me for a loop because just the etymology alone, and it just tapped so deep into be in position. So the etymology of position is Latin for positio, whatever it is. Hey, I'm from Cumberland County. Uh, Blame it on them, not me. Posistio. If I'm saying it wrong, cool. Put it in the chat. I'll take that. I assume that responsibility, and I'll move on from there. So the origin of position, Positio, I guess in Latin they dropped the N because they did. It says attitude, framing, lie, planting, position, place, theme. That's powerful, right? We're talking about being in position. Be in position. Your attitude can take you out of position. Again, I'm just giving you etymology of the word. I'm not making this up. You can Google it yourself. Your attitude can take you out of position. Your framing, how you framed it, how the what thoughts did you have that took you out of position? Or what healthy thoughts that you're creating, or what healthy visuals are you creating that allow you to be in position? Lie is just a particular part of the land. Or what seeds are you planting in order for you to be in position? Again, I'm just giving you the etymology. All this stuff really begins to correlate with who we are and where we are. Going back to the root of the word itself, attitude. Your attitude can definitely allow you to be in position. Your healthy attitude, your liveliness, the things that you do can actually create your tomorrow. Again, like we spoke about last week, the things that I do today allows me to be in preparation for my tomorrow. Like, what does my present self say to my tomorrow? like not being in the right place, or being in the right place can put you in the right position. Like what theme? I see theme more so like uh behaviors or characters. Like what theme? Like this is a ongoing thing, or ongoing thing. Like, okay, you've created this pattern, or you've created this habit of doing things, so you seem happy all the time. So when people around you, there is a theme of happiness because they're laughing, and when they see you, they start smiling because they know that you have the ability to change the theme in the room. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. So let's go and understand we got to be in position. And when we're in position, we're going to take this deep dive. And in this deep dive, we're going to touch on some things, right? We're going to touch on some things. And I want you to understand too, just a little bit. So, be in position is to be patient and compassionate towards your gifts. To me, that's how I see it. Being in position. Because you're being patient and compassionate towards your gifts. That's just how I see it. Be in position is being patient and compassionate towards my gifts. Compassionate means I may find myself out of position, but I am compassionate because I am looking at what position I may find myself in. In order for me to get myself out of that, I have to be patient and compassionate. It was not so healthy, or when I am not so happy. So I have to use my superpower to get myself out of that rut, or to no longer spiral. I am being patient and compassionate with the position that I'm in. Because of course we've all heard when it said my gifts will make room for me. That right there is a declaration to be in, because it said be in position. Be in is a command statement. It is a commanding statement. Just like when your mama used to say, you better be in the house before the street lights come on. It was a commandment made to you to ensure that you were in the place, or in position, to be in the house before the street lights came on. Because that commandment aligns you with the order of placement based on the purpose that your parents have given you. So be in position. Like, what do you command of yourself? What positions do you command yourself to be in? If the position that you command yourself to be in is a position that is of healing, or the position in a place of healing, don't you know you're going to have to command it? You're going to have to. If I command myself to be in a position to where I can help others, I must be in that position myself before I'm able to do any sort of helping of others. Because your gift can put you in a position, but you can keep you out of position when your attitude builds walls that aren't supposed to be there. Imagine being in this home, or in this room. Let's like mentally walk in the warehouse. So you're walking in this warehouse. It says your gifts will make room for you. Boom, you got an open floor plan. So now when you have this open floor plan, we're standing inside of this large warehouse, and your gifts allow you to fulfill all the square inch of the room. But when your attitude kicks in, it's going to start building walls. It's going to start feeling a lot smaller. You may say it's 2,200 square feet. And then you build these walls, and now the room that you find yourself in is only 500 square feet because you've built these walls. And now, in order for you to change the way that you see it, you're going to have to start tearing those walls down. Because tearing those walls down, begin the process of tearing down the strongholds and tearing down the walls of pain and tearing down the failures. And it will begin to help you and assist you with being in position to where you open your floor plan back up and allows you to understand that I am okay with being in position because I purposely want to stay in position. You become the helpmate. You become the helpmate to not just your future. You can also possibly become the helpmate to other people's future only after you get in position. Because a broken father can't heal a hurt son. The father must find healing himself. So therefore, he must be in position. That broken mother can't teach anything to a broken daughter because the mother is broken. She is going to transcend the trauma into a broken daughter or a broken son. So therefore, there is no healing. There is always going to be a out of alignment in that position because there is a broke situation that need to take place. It's like you trying to go to a website and I send you a broken link. You're not going to be in position because the link is broke. You won't get to that place that you desire because the link is broken. So what do I need to do? I need to examine the link. I need to look at the link and I need to correct the link in order for me to send you the link, in order for you to get in position to go and to do whatever it is that you want to do, because I sent you the proper link because I had to heal the link first. I had to be in a position to correct the link in order for you to go and to be bountiful on the website, buying stuff, learning stuff, whatever it is. The link has to be fixed. And that's being in position. All right, that's enough. Man, first of all, I just want to say again, like always, I thank you and I appreciate you. Let's work on us being in position. Because when we be in position, there's a lot of people that we can take with us. There's a lot of people that can be healed. But we have to be in position first. We have to be in position. Because in order for you to do something or to go somewhere you've never been, you have to be in position before you get there. Be in position and acknowledge when you're not in position. Look at what your purpose is. Look at what your passion is. Acknowledge the desires, because the desires of your heart only takes place when you acknowledge what it is that you want. Then you just got to go get it. You just got to go get it. But isn't going to go get it worth it? That's what we're going to be touching on tomorrow. Tomorrow is lessons sold separately. Tomorrow is lessons sold separately. Everybody gets the experience, but the lesson, man, that's sold separate. Y'all be blessed. I see you tomorrow here at Consistency is Currency, your morning podcast of choice. Take this live and share it with somebody because they need to be in position too. Peace.